Howdy howdy, this is TPot on Mordrum. So we're here at episode 7, and I've started laying the walls of my forge that we started making in the last episode. But the first thing I want to take care of is I've been kind of derelict in my voting duties. Well, this is episode 7. I said I was going to vote once per episode, and we can look at the chat, and I've only voted 4 times, so I need to vote 3 more times here. So let me take care of that off screen. That should be 1 vote. And 2 votes. And 3 votes. Excellent. So now I'm going to say something. And so I've received 4 ender pearls and 3 gold ingots. That's wonderful. So I'm going to do some stuff here. But I want to kind of show what I'm doing here. The idea is that these are supposed to be islands, like Venetian islands, and so I've kind of made this have a very light, airy presence in here. Even though this is supposed to be a forge, a very firm, solid, rugged place, I've tried to keep the airiness in here. So I've used the cobblestone walls and half slabs in order to give the airiness in here. These are the ovens that I set up last time. I've got a little chest down here and a crafting bench. And then over here I've made some modifications to the cobblestone generator. First thing is I've used 2 water streams, so now I can mine twice as much cobble, and you do notice that I also have hoppers underneath which open up to this chest down here. So I do have a little bit of loss, but it's not a significant amount, but that's going to at least get us started with some basic building materials. And then I've also got a little staircase that leads up to this second level where I've got this wall built up. And this wall is actually going to be the focus of today's project. You see, I owe y'all an apology. In the last episode, I kept saying obsidian when I wanted to say cobblestone, and it was very frustrating. I'm sure it was frustrating for you. So today I'm going to make it up to you. I actually am going to create an obsidian generator. What it does is it's going to convert redstone to obsidian. Obsidian normally is a finite resource, but with the obsidian generator, because it converts redstone to obsidian, and redstone's not a finite resource, you can get that through trading with villagers, you actually end up with a fairly infinite way to generate an infinite amount of obsidian. And so that's what we're going to do today. I've got this wall here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some fences around here. What I want to do is I want to make a 1x7 area where I can put water. So I'm going to be putting water in this area here. And what I'm going to do is, it's 1x7, so I'm going to actually have the water kind of flowing this way. And so I'm going to set up 2, with dirt, I'm going to set up a place for the water to fall. So what I've done is I've covered this 7x1 area with dirt, and then I've also done 1 over. And actually below this, I actually want to put some more of this fence. Again, I'm trying to make this have a nice light and airy feel to it. I do need a fence on this side, so let me go ahead and do that. But, we are dealing with rugged things here. And so, not a half slab, but fences. And that's going to be the end of my 7x1. So this is where that's going to be. So let me go ahead and set up a real quick staircase here, just so I can get up here. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to fill this up with water. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and use some infinite springs here to take care of this. So now I've got a nice infinite spring. And if I dig out this whole layer of dirt, then it's going to allow the water to to flow continuously. I don't want to do that yet until I've set up some more area to control things. So I actually want this to be open. So I'll take care of that in just a moment. And then I'm going to have this area here. Let me clear this out real quick. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a border around here. And then also set up a floor here. Not you. You. And so now what's going to happen, let me go back up my stairs that I built here. If I dig out this dirt and also dig out the dirt underneath, the water is actually going to flow down. And so it's going to flow down to this area. So now I can actually take this out. Sorry about that, but the audio on my original video conked out at this point, so I'm having to voice over during post-production. What I'm doing is I'm taking out this middle row of fences here that's set up the water flow the way that I want it. I want this water to be flowing along this edge in order to allow the obsidian generator to work. And at this point I'm going to set up a row of half slabs as soon as I stop derping around. But I'm setting up this row of half slabs at a level where I can actually place redstone on top of it. So this is going to allow me to lay a line of redstone immediately adjacent to the flowing water, but the flowing water is not going to be able to interact with the redstone itself. What I'm going to do is once I've set up this row of half slabs, is I'm going to put up a fence where the lava can only flow along this row of half slabs. And of course, this row of half slabs is 7 long because when I place the lava source block, it's going to flow 3 to the left and 3 to the right to the lava source block. So I've got a very defined perimeter of where the lava can flow, so I'm trying to make this as safe as possible. So at this point, I've set up the place where the lava will flow, where the redstone's going to be. And now I'm just going to set up some safety rails at this point. Come on, TPot, you can do this. We're going to put the lava there, and that's where I'm talking about where the lava will flow 3 in each direction. So that's why we've made this little channel here 7 blocks long. So at this point I'm setting up the safety rail now. And I've just set up that back safety rail just to make sure I don't actually dive off of my island here. You notice because I'm using these fence posts for this light and area effect, when I do step into the water, I do get these water effects. And that means that I do run the risk of losing some of these items that I'm going to be creating into the water stream, but I'll show in a later video how I actually remedy that, how I'm able to rescue those blocks. So at this point I've got this channel, and I'm actually going to be laying the redstone down at the base of this channel, and I'm going to be setting the lava up above. So, it seems counterintuitive where I'm taking the lava and I'm going to put the lava above where the water blocks are. But what will happen is the lava will actually do some type of transformation. It's a quirk in the game. I'm not sure exactly how it does it, but in a later video I'll show you what's happening inside the game. But notice that the lava tries to flow. It flows onto the redstone, and the water block with the redstone sees that as a lava source block and changes it to obsidian. So from this one lava source block, which isn't consumed, I still have the lava bucket. I've actually created 7 obsidian. And, redstone is a renewable resource through villager trading. The obsidian normally consumes the lava source block when it's generated, but I've been able to create 7 obsidian using the 7 redstone, and I still have my original lava source block. You can see it in position 5 in my inventory. So now I can take my diamond pick, which I've left in my locked chest over there. It's not enchanted, and I am sorry about that, but that's kind of one of the reasons that we're setting up this obsidian generator, is to access obsidian for an enchanting table, to access the obsidian for a nether portal, which we're going to take care of in later episodes. And so what's nice about this is that redstone's fairly common to mine anywhere below level 32 when you're mining. Obsidian usually comes from lava source blocks, and so it's a little bit more difficult to find. You usually end up getting rid of lava by using the water source blocks, and so what I'm going to be doing is setting up an area where I can take this redstone and change it. So we've done a little bit of work off camera here, and there we are. Notice I've kind of built some walls up here. Let's go ahead and take a look around what we got here. So what I've done is I've continued the theme of the light and airiness here. I've set up some walls with torches looking like little candle lights out, so I like that. I also took this wall out, the wall that was holding the water back, because I do run into the issue where if I were to drop something into that water stream, let me see if I can actually get it in there. But if it falls into the water stream, normally I would have difficulty getting it, but I'd be able to pick it up from down here. So that's kind of the plan here. And I've got a roof over this building. I've got a little chest here where I've got redstone and some lava buckets so I can generate the obsidian whenever I need to. This is a nice little open area. All of these half slabs are bottom level half slabs, so mobs won't be spawning on the top, and down here all of these should be the correct light level, so mobs won't be spawning in here. I am going to have to be careful because as I build these I'm going to run into some situation where the only place a mob can spawn is in one particular spot. So I've got this forge pretty much the way that I want it, just light, airy, simple building with just 1 or 2 or 3 useful tasks. I've been using the furnaces here to make some smooth stone, just to do whatever repairs and take care of that. And of course I've been harvesting trees over here. My next project is I'm actually going to build my house somewhere out there. But I have run into one other little snag. One is that these spruce trees, they don't grow very well. I think this spot right here is the only spot they can grow, and they grow very rarely, so I'm going to have to do something if I want to get different types of wood. My birch tree that I had over here, it grew, but it never actually gave me saplings, so I am out of birch saplings. All I've got is 6 pieces of birch wood, so I'm going to have to do something with that. So, but the other thing I wanted to talk about is down here. Of course, I've been harvesting the wheat as it comes up. So it's been doing fairly well. I haven't been getting multiple pieces of seeds, which is one issue that I have. But another issue I have is these reeds are not growing. And so what's happening is the water, I can place these here. Okay, we've got a bit of lag. I can place them underwater, but they're not going to grow underwater. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to let this inner ring kind of be where things grow. And then I'll place these down later as a farm. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up these reeds. Without dying. And then what I'll do is I'll actually start setting up a ring here. And place my reeds down here. Of course, that's going to make accessing this bottom level a little bit more treacherous, but there are certain sacrifices we make. So now I've got this level here that I'll be putting these reeds on. And of course I just have to be careful when I'm harvesting them because I don't want them to fall. We are in the deep ocean. We all remember how much fun I had trying to build the stilts. By the way, off camera I also built the stilts for the forge, so it's now nicely anchored. And of course, I've got a nice source of cobblestone, so I'm not going to have to go into the cave for that anytime soon. So at this point, I'm growing trees. My canopy's coming along very nice. My farm is doing fairly well. The reed farm should be doing a little bit better. So in the next episode, we're going to start building an actual house, and I'm imagining this nice little house with an interior garden. And so we'll take care of that next time. So once again, this is TPot. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.